Hey everyone. So I'm laughing because if you hear squeaking, it's my dog playing with a toy. We're gonna talk about this one. This is the latest painting I did. First, I should say sorry if there's anyone out there that's actually a regular that watches on a regular basis. It's taking me longer to get anything made and put out there because, well, work's getting in the way. So, but I did this. It's a really great exercise. Obviously, like always, I'll put the link down below so you can run right to that and look at the person who made the original lesson. What's good about it is it's about negative painting, so you paint all of the background and leave the daisies, right? So you paint the background, you leave the daisies white, and then it's also about glazing, because when you look at the image that's in the video at the end, you'll see that there's all kinds of different layers in between where all the green is. So it's a great exercise, takes a little while, definitely took a few hours of time, but well worth it. So there you go. Let's get right into how to do it. Oh, I should always say this too, because I forget to do it at the end. If you like this, give me a thumbs up, give me a like. If you don't, that's okay. Give me a comment why though. I'd really appreciate it, because I'm trying to make the channel better, and if somebody gives me comments, that'd be great. If you're interested in something I haven't done, let me know. If you have other people who you think I should be doing tutorials of and giving examples and highlight them, let me know them too. So like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much. Bye.
Okay, so here's the image I started with. Put it up in the window, taped it to the window so I could trace it through the watercolor paper. You can see the tracings on the page. So now I'm mixing up a light yellow green or green yellow, and I'm filling in between all of the different flowers. So this is a negative painting. I'm painting the negative space and leaving the positive space of the daisies open. I suppose you could mask off the daisies, but it was simpler and frankly more satisfying to paint around all the flowers. Did take a little while though. You'll notice typically when I go to fill in a large space, I'll go around the daisies or the edges and then fill in the middle. What I did that was different than the original video is I added texture in after I was done filling in all the spaces. So you noticed, I think, that I wet down the page with a mister. That's because, according to the video, I was supposed to add the second layer while the paint was still wet, which obviously I neglected to do. So it's a darker green or a more green color that's starting to emphasize some of the details in the background. Because if you look at the original image, you can see that there are twigs and branches and stalks for the daisies in the background. And that's what this layer is about. everything is dry, and I'm doing the daisy centers. This is pure yellow, and you'll see after I get the pure yellow in, I'll dash in some orange on one side to the left, to be honest with you, trying to show shadow. So it's just yellow, and while it's still wet, dabbing in some orange. Now I've got the reference image next to the painting. I'm going with a darker green and starting to really put in some of the details of the background. Don't get all stressed out about doing this part. It's based sort of on the picture and a little bit on just going about and trying to make it random. Going even a shade darker with the green, I started to put a little more detail in and help to define some of those edges of the stalks better. The nice part about this part of the drawing is you really start to define the negative space. So you start to see the daisies. Funny enough, I laugh at myself. Look to the left side of the drawing. There's a daisy there without a center in it. I eventually pick it up. You see me mixing up a darker color even, so I can really glaze over all of the negative space. So this is essentially a darker green color that's diluted with water, so I can glaze over everything else. Obviously, I've let everything dry before I do this. So everything dried, I mixed a darker green, and now I'm glazing over everything, which lets some of the details bleed through because obviously a glaze is transparent, but it pushes everything into the background. Now I'm actually working on some details in the petals of the flowers. So you'll notice I started with a basic neutral color mixed up with some blue, yellow, and red, but it also had some previous color of a purple on the palette. And then I got smaller brushes because I wanted to do more detail. And before I finished, there you go. I got that center on that flower I missed. I added a little more blue into the shadows I was using on the petals. A little more detail work, and we're about finished. Sometimes the best, sometimes the worst part of a painting. Pulling the tape off for the reveal. In this case, it worked out fine. And there you go. A little bit closer, so hopefully you can see a little more detail. Hope you all enjoyed this. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe. See you the next time.